We've had another patron in the last week. A thank you to Graham, aka Man vs. Film. Sir, you're incredible. Thank you so much. That adds to the long growing list, which I appreciate immensely. Without further ado, my top 10 for 2017. A romantic comedy, a romantic dramedy of sorts. At moments it feels quite mainstream, but then again it's done in a quite refreshing manner. It's got similar parts. The spine is something that you can probably recognize, but the film itself touches on moments that perhaps haven't been touched in very many romantic comedies, and it's done in a, like I said, a rather refreshing way. It's not so shticky. A lot of heartwarming and touching moments. Ray Romano steals the show as somebody who really, considering his comedy background, he's not really the comedic force in this film. Movies with me is timing. Timing and anticipation. I didn't expect much from this and was thoroughly surprised and quite enjoyed myself. It's number 10. Make your own list if you don't like it. Really good movie about what happens in poker rooms that aren't completely legal. Aaron Sorkin scripting and directing. What's incredible is the opening scene from this movie. If you can imagine what the visuals for an Aaron Sorkin script would be, it's like perfectly married. Like the rapid fire rate of an Aaron Sorkin script was matched to open this film, and it was quite, I don't want to say jarring, but I remember thinking, is the whole movie going to be like this? Because this is fast and intense, which it wasn't. And just a really, there are some people that can have dialogue heavy scenes that you don't really mind, like Tarantino, Sorkin. Those are, word heavy writers that you really don't mind so much because the dialogue is so snappy. I don't know what the word is, but a really good movie. If I tried telling you it's just about a woman who goes through her various climb to the underground poker arena fame, you'd be like, so? But it's a good time. In theory, the plot doesn't sound that entertaining, but it was quite that. Another film that features the C word prominently.
I didn't swear, you cunt.
I, Tonya, Allison Janney. I mean, it's almost like she's typecast at a certain point because she plays the crotchety bitch rather well.
I wish I'd had a mother like me instead of nice. Nice gets you shit. I didn't like my mother either, so what? I fucking gave you a gift.
Everything surrounding this movie is quite funny. Somebody, I think it was on the trailer where they said it's like Goodfellas for skating. I wouldn't say that much, but it's definitely like a darkly comedic look at something that actually happened, and there's a lot of fourth wall breaks, and in that sense, it's similar to Goodfellas. But other than that, I wouldn't jump out and say, oh yeah, no, this is Goodfellas for ice skating. But maybe closer to Fargo with fourth wall breaks. If you took Fargo and Goodfellas and put them in a blender and added one part skating, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, everybody was incredible. Margot Robbie, that is a compliment and 2/3 to Tonya Harding, because Tonya Harding's not Margot Robbie. I've said this on numerous platforms, but I'll say it here just in case I didn't say it on this channel yet, which I probably didn't. Dunkirk to me feels like a horror film. It's got a very horror film element in it as far as war is concerned. You never see the villain. Whoever you're with in the film, you don't know what they're running from or where they're running from, and that was a really neat aspect in a war film. Other than that, it's Christopher Nolan directing a movie that uses time. Shocker. I just listed every Christopher Nolan film, but does so quite effectively. Not much dialogue. People don't like that. I don't mind it. Like I said, it feels like a stalk and kill in reverse. it's quite a good time. I really am excited to watch it again. Yeah, Christopher Nolan has yet to really disappoint me, and this is certainly, even with the cold water that was dumped on it from most of the people that I know and trust, I disagree. I quite enjoyed it, quite a bit. Yeah, really, I don't know what I could say about this that hasn't been said by so many different people. Another movie that I was really late to the party on, I think I saw this for the first time in November, December. Quite impressive. A better war movie than Dunkirk, if that's the way you want to rank it, but it covers different elements. And yeah. It's been said all over the place. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and good way to end the series. Trilogy? I don't know.
What?
Number 5, and I need to preface this at this point, that every movie from here out could be and is number 1 in a certain light. From here out, it's 5 completely separate movies, and are incredible and number 1s for various reasons, but just a really good year. So I guess they're like, from here it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all with asterisks. But Blade Runner 2049, beautiful, incredible movie. I like it more than the original Blade Runner, so take that with a grain of salt if you're a big Blade Runner fan. I just there are for Ryan Gosling, there's people that don't enjoy him, and I do. He's a lot more Ryan Gosling in this film, a lot of his quiet, trademarky type stuff, but the cinematography is gorgeous, the score is incredible. Normally this is a movie that I'd say the pacing's a little slow, but I was okay with the pacing for this, oddly enough. So there's the hypocrisy in this film. It moves at a certain pace, and normally I would say it's a little too slow, but not here. It's pretty. When it's being slow, it's still goddamn pretty. So brilliant movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, and then talk about how much you hated it, then buy 4 copies of it. Number 4, my version of a musical, and that's Baby Driver. Just Edgar Wright. He's getting better, which is frightening. He's getting better at filmmaking, and at every stage of the movie, it's just fluid. The dialogue, with the shooting, with the editing, with the sound, with the music, it's all a cohesive unit, and technically speaking, it's quite a feat. And it's a good story. If I had to pick something that wasn't incredibly noteworthy about Baby Driver, it's a pretty straightforward, heisty movie. But other than that, it's like 5 stars all the way around, and the story's a bit of a 3.5. But still, incredible stuff. If you can get past the gore, this is probably one of the better films in the horror genre. Horror used to have metaphors and subtext and said something. There was reasons behind something. Yeah, sure, it was a person killing so-and-so for this, but it was actually a metaphor for blank. Raw is that. I couldn't help but think that it's just a giant metaphor for addiction. And then there's other ones too, which there's no Blu-ray for it in America, which is kind of frustrating. I'd really like to see it again. There's some deep layers there to that movie. It's not just gore, but there's gore in there. There's quite a story to be told in that movie, and I just was completely on board. It was my number 1 for up until November, I think. Yeah, even December, I think. Raw was number 1 from like June to November. So, yeah, says something about the next 2 movies, I guess. Only number 2.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
I don't understand what's going on with the internet. Star Wars fans are officially crazy. This movie is incredible. It's the prettiest Star Wars there is. I mean, the cinematography. I can't name one shot from the entire 7 films prior that matched 2 or 3 shots in this film. The way there's a certain character's ending in this film that such a beautiful ending. People are complaining about the stupidest shit about this movie, and it's just absolutely incredible. We're the second way through a trilogy, and we could have the best villain in the saga. I'm including Darth Vader. The route that we're being taken on with Adam Driver and Kylo Ren is awesome. I think he's the character that's slowly stealing the entire saga, or this trilogy at least. And as far as what's going on with Luke, yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Go watch it. Don't believe the hype. People are crazy. People are crazy. It's an incredibly made movie. If you don't like the story, that's one thing, but technically speaking, brilliant. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. My second film to feature cunt prominently in the top 10. I think I have a couple of C-word heavy movies in this entire list. And they fare pretty high, but I don't know, maybe I'm a one-trick pony, but this movie, it feels Fargo-ish, first of all, and that's not just because of the score and lead actress. There's a lot of similar things that are covered with the tone and the message. Sam Rockwell is pretty much a lock for supporting actor as far as I'm concerned. The stories and subtext. Well, I don't even know if it's subtext. It's a giant, fable about spite and the feelings of loss and what we do to try to make ourselves feel better, and just the vicious cycle of trying to get justice. It's just a really, really gritty, beautiful movie. I don't know how else to put it. It's Fargo, but like a little bit serious, or the tone is a bit serious, more serious. Like, how about that? I speak English. Here, I'm out in front of the Oscars. Three Billboards is, and I'm not just saying it because of the Oscars. It's just incredible. I was singing this movie's praises back in November, just for the record. Because I'm the voice of authority, just remember that. So that's it. Do me a favor, comment down below, let me know what your favorite movie of 2017 was. Some of the things that you agree or disagree with in this list, whether it be from 80 all the way down, the top 10, give me your top 5, top 10, whatever. New patrons, I don't know if messages are going out there or what. Let me know what you want to see. You can do that in the comments below. Chad, thank you. I saw your request for a list. I will be doing one in February, probably towards the end of the month. It might be a top series, like a top whatever of a series. Maybe I'll revisit the Friday the 13th and then give my top 12, 13, however many there are. But if there's other requests from patrons, by all means, either go to the Patreon page or down below. Other things coming up, the anniversary's coming up a little bit, a couple weeks, look for that. And there is a new Savage Cinema. That's a birthday present to myself. But other than that, the year should be going off a little bit smoother than last year. We should be back to producing at a fairly regular rate. Thank you for joining me, however many steps you were here for, and have a day.